Good afternoon, graduates and families. We will begin at promptly 2 o'clock. That's about 8 minutes from now, so if you would head back to your cars so you're ready, we'll start straight up 2 o'clock. Thank you. Okay, folks, it's a 2-minute warning. Back to your cars, please, so we can get started right at 2. We'll have plenty of time to take pictures after. Graduates and families, welcome. So if you would please join us in the singing of the national anthem. You'll see the flag projected on that big screen right overhead. Thank you. All right, families, you are welcome to sit in your cars. As you noted above, 89.5, I believe, is the stream into your radio. So if you want to sit inside where it's shady, you're welcome to do so. Before we get started, this is a very unusual circumstance and a very unusual graduation. So I'm going to ask that you help us with a couple of expectations. Our county health department has been gracious to us in allowing us to have a live graduation for you all. So we would ask that you do your best to social distance. We're going to ask the kids when they march that they maintain their 6 feet distance. We're going to honor those expectations from the health department, and if you would help us with that, I would totally appreciate that. We want to respect them and support what they're doing to keep us safe, so thank you for that. So welcome, graduates, parents, families, friends, and teachers. Welcome to our distinguished guests, members of Natrona County School District Board of Trustees, Board Chair Rita Walsh, Vice Chair Dana Howie, Clerk Kevin Christofferson, Treasurer Ray Catalier, Mr. Dave Applegate, Mr. Clark Jensen, Mrs. Debbie McCullough, Mrs. Angela Coleman, and Miss Kiana Smith. Welcome to the Cabinet, Superintendent Hopkins, incoming Superintendent Mike Jennings, Mr. Walt Wilcox, Ms. Verba Eccles, Ms. Charlotte Gilbar, Mr. Steve Elbogen, and Ms. Angela Hensley. It gives me the greatest pleasure to invite Susan Griffith to the stage. Susan has been chosen as the students' commencement speaker. Mrs. Griffith has proudly served Roosevelt High School for 34 years. In those 34 years, she has baked thousands of birthday pies. How many have had one of those? Okay. She has taught more than 5,000 students to march like soldiers in Vietnam. Her students have learned to dance to tunes made popular during World War II. They will forever see the transmission of the Black Plague through glitter everywhere, forever. Her students have learned how to intelligently discuss politics and world events. Mrs. Griffith left her mark on me. She as a master teacher, me as a novice, when I began my career a very long time ago as a very young teacher. I'm honored to celebrate her as she finishes her career as a teacher at Roosevelt High School. Mrs. Griffith, they're all yours.
Thank you, thank you. Who would have ever thought, as we listened to the Star Spangled Banner, that the flag would not be flying? It just hung there. Thank you for this honor. I am humbled to be standing before you today, and what a day it is. This is an auspicious occasion. You have the distinction of being the class of 2020, graduating during the COVID-19 pandemic. I know this is not how you wanted to end your senior year. However, just think of the stories you get to tell. People, as Mrs. Trujillo said, think glitter. It will never go out of the carpet at school. Who would have thought back in January watching CNN 10, learning of a virus in Wuhan, China, and finding out where Wuhan, China was, that it would impact us today in Casper, Wyoming, changing our society forever. We may not know the future, what it will bring. However, I know we will rise to the occasion and persevere. As I thought about what to say to you today, I am reminded I cannot even tell you who spoke at my high school graduation or even my college graduation. You may not remember what I say unless I really flub up. However, this is my last chance to impart some words of wisdom that I have learned over the last 34 years. September 1986 was my first encounter with Roosevelt Learning and Assessment Center. I was called to sub for Mary Holtberg. My mother was visiting and drove me to school. As we approached the school, students in various stages of dress in leather and chains were milling about on a smoke-filled lawn. As I climbed the stairs to the office, my first sight was a student on the phone ordering a keg of beer for the party that night. I am thinking, I am not in Kansas anymore. After being shown the classroom, students began arriving carrying everything except notebooks or even books. As the day ended, Betty Morvac came to class and asked if I would sub for another teacher for the next week. I didn't hesitate, I said yes. I was hooked. My journey with Roosevelt High School of 34 years had begun. Over the years, the faculty has expanded, statements were written, programs were implemented, but more importantly, students who had not been successful or students who wanted a smaller school setting continue to come to Roosevelt, where they were always welcome with high expectations and unlimited possibilities. Today, graduates, your possibilities are just beginning. Your next adventure may be in higher ed, it may be the military or the job market. Whatever path you choose, take with you 4 virtues that represent the key values and attributes of Wyoming and its citizens: truth, justice, courage, and hope. These 4 virtues are depicted in bronze statues known as the 4 Sisters in the rotunda of the Wyoming State Capitol in Cheyenne. Put this on your bucket list. Not only go see the Capitol in Washington, but go see our beautiful state capitol in Cheyenne. What's important about these virtues? At every Rotarian meeting all over the world, members recite the 4-way test. Of the things we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Such a simple word, but definitely not always easy. Being honest with yourself about who you are is essential to being happy and content. Being honest with your friends and family maintains and allows for healthy and strong relationships. In the words of William Faulkner, never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and truth and compassion against injustice, lying, and greed. If people all over the world would do this, it would change the earth forever. The sense of justice is inherent in all of us. We know sometimes vaguely and sometimes explicitly what is right and what is wrong. Some ideas we are born with, while others are instilled in us throughout our lives. We have all cried out, "That's not fair." Yes, life is not fair. However, it is the sense of justice that directs us through our lives, directing and dictating our every step and shaping into mature, well-rounded adults. Robert Kennedy expressed this when he said, "Each time a man stands up for an ideal or acts to improve the lot of others or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance." Courage comes in different forms. Most often we think of physical courage or bravery. That's the kind of courage that's demonstrated by those who risked their lives in the trenches of World War I, stormed the beaches of Normandy, fighting in the hills of Korea, the jungle of Vietnam, or the desert of the Middle East. We must always remember and honor this type of courage and sacrifice. But there's another form of courage that is just as important. It's called, hello. It died. Hello. Okay. But there's another form of courage that's just as important. It's called moral courage, a testing point where living our lives according to our moral principles may require us to put some comfort, possession, and relationships at risk. Being honest at the risk of disapproval, lost income, or career, being accountable when owning up to a mistake can get us in trouble. Being fair when we have the power to be otherwise, and following the rules while others get away with whatever they can. These things take moral courage, the inner strength to do what is right, even when it costs us more than we want to pay. You may not get a medal for moral courage, but it will be, but you may not get a medal for moral courage, but you will have been true to yourself and your values. E. Cummings said, "It takes to grow up and become who you really are." Lastly, hope. Hope can be spiritual. Hope can be spiritual with the belief that good things will happen with faith in a higher power. To others, hope may be looking for the bright side of life. Whatever you believe, hope is woven into the virtues of truth, justice, and courage. For without hope, our lives would not be as they are. Hope is what keeps us alive and willing to be truthful, to stand up for injustice and keep our moral courage. Anne Frank, in her diary, wrote, "It's really a wonder that I haven't dropped all my ideals because they seem so absurd and impossible to carry out. Yet I keep them because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart." Graduates, this is your time. You must decide how these virtues will impact and influence your future. You have been taught to think, not to spit back facts. You have been taught to question, not dismiss the actions of others. You've been taught to laugh at yourself and not get angry. You have learned that high expectations do not equate to disrespect. You are great teenagers, who will become fine adults. All of you have stolen a piece of my heart, and I wish all the best for you. As you and I bow out and choose a new path for our future, I would like to shake hands or give you a hug, but I can't do that. Since this is not possible, I will just end with the words of Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the ones to decide where to go. Congratulations to all of you.
Oh, we're going to miss her. At this time, I'd like to introduce Haley Jackson, Nadine Francisco, and Kyle Walters. Each of them has prepared a reflection and a salute to their classmates and their school.
Welcome, friends, family, and the reason we are here today, class of 2020. I have learned so much in the past couple of months. COVID-19 started in China. People around the world of older age or weakened immune symptoms are more susceptible. There have been 1.74 million cases of COVID-19 in the U.S., and tragically we have lost over 100,000. But most important, my heart goes out to those families. But most importantly, I've learned that I love to touch my face. We did it. Each and every one of you did it. It went by fast, just like everyone said it would. But all great things must come to an end, whether we want them to or not. The last day of summer, the final chapter in a good book. But endings are inevitable. Leaves fall, and you close that good book. Today is bittersweet. We have all looked forward to our graduation day, but nobody could have imagined it would have ended like this. High school wasn't easy for me or anyone else. I lost my dad during my freshman year, and school got really hard for me after that. Everybody faces hardships through high school, and Roosevelt understands that. The teachers have been the kindest and most supportive people I have ever been so fortunate to meet and get to know. From Mr. Gardner's dad jokes to Miss Kelly's ever so catchy birthday songs. This school taught me a lot about myself that I didn't know over the last 3 years, from the creed to interact. I want us all to walk away from here molding the world we want to live in. We are the future, and great things are expected. Figure out what you want to do, and that doesn't mean a career path, but how you want to change the world. And when you have figured that out, reach for the stars and don't stop till you catch one. But when you do, don't stop there. See how many you can catch. See how many lives you can change. When we look back to when we first stepped into a classroom, none of us could have predicted it would end like this. However, we can't go back to make a new beginning. Congratulations to all of you. We are on our way to write a new ending.
If it would work. You got it. You do it. Go. When I started high school, I was not looking forward to it at all. Middle school was rough for me, and that's not enough. No. And I felt that the teachers didn't really seem to care for the students. So when I got to Roosevelt, I was in a dark place. Some of the reasons include being misunderstood, feeling overwhelmed and anxious about my things out of control. I had no confidence in myself, nor did I have any friends because they decided to go to different schools while I went to Roosevelt. I I didn't make any friends. My first 2 years, I was the quiet girl in the corner with a hoodie, rain or shine. But I did connect with the teachers. They actually helped me to regain my confidence and found out that I love to write stories. I just skipped one. Miss Kelly helped me regain my confidence and find out that I loved reading stories. She would always leave nice comments in the journals. Miss Samito taught me how to start loving my own art. She pushed me to draw again, and I found love in the art of illustration and animation. Mr. Zimmer helped me get out of my shell a bit as well, even though he is enthusiastic. Zimmer helped me enjoy PE again, one thing that I grown to hate during middle school. Now, 4 years after walking through those doors of the unfamiliar place, I am happier and more comfortable in my own skin. I take advantage of all the opportunities and support to graduate so I can continue into college and pursue my dreams and my dream job in art animation. My goal is to obtain my career in Disney or Disney Pop. Although there were setbacks, I persevered and set my mind to graduating. Today I am more confident in myself, my art, and my abilities to achieve my goals I have had since I was 4 years old. Thank you to the teachers at Roosevelt for the support and my family for never giving up no matter what.
Can y'all hear me? Okay. As I stand here and address my speech, I thought of many things that I could say. For starters, I think we can all agree that today was a gift that was given. As I look back at the past 3 years I have attended Roosevelt High School, I can say that I have been through many experiences, both good and bad. I thought my story came to an end many years ago, but then new people came into my life and showed me that my story was just beginning. When I started attending Roosevelt High School, I was a sophomore. As most of you remember, a sophomore, I was pretty different from how I am today. When I was a sophomore, I was pretty stubborn, not that I still am, and I was also way over the top. Now, 3 years later, I can say that I have grown physically and mentally. I may still be a twig, but I've grown in height. I am truly grateful for everyone who has come into my life. Many of you I have come to see as friends, and for the others, I'll just leave it at that. With the bonds that we have created, whether near or far, I know that we will always have the memories that we have been through. As I look onto the future, on what lies next for us, I hope we can all succeed in what we choose to do. Whether it be working at a fast food restaurant or CEO of a company, I hope you truly make it. When I look back at my years attending Roosevelt High School, there is definitely memories that will never be forgotten. One of those main memories would be the beginning of my sophomore year. I was in sophomore English with Miss Balker. I had worn paint-splattered jeans and a scratched-up t-shirt. That is how cat scratch fever became a thing. I know that there is a select few of us who will remember when we would play Game of Things with Miss Kelly. Taylor, wherever you're at, why is your tail on backwards? They say high school is the best 4 years of your life, and for me it has been. So far at least. There's still college, and we all know what happens at college. I will never forget my time at Roosevelt High School. And then there is one quote I would like to leave off for everyone. Your life is your story, and the adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your own purpose and potential. That quote is by Kerry Washington. After today, we embark on a new chapter in our lives, and we can make our lives whatever we choose. So my last statement is, never let yourself second guess what you are capable of. Thank you and goodbye.
Our awards and recognitions will be presented by Mrs. Sally Keith.
Can you guys hear me? Okay. Okay. Welcome, Roosevelt Bulldog family. We love having you here. If this were an ordinary graduation, I would have told you that on May 21st at the Roosevelt High School senior dinner, the following students would have been recognized for their academic and personal achievements. You wouldn't have known, though, behind the scene that the dinner that night had been prepared by magicians in our Roosevelt High School kitchen. Lynn Castle, Bertha Holbrook, Fred Martinez, and Melissa DiValaci. And our faculty and staff had served our students and their families that dinner. And at the end of the evening, we would have sung Happy Trails, or maybe it was Ain't No Mountain High Enough, in farewell to our seniors. But this is not an ordinary graduation. And this Roosevelt senior class is definitely not ordinary. Hashtag class 2020 strong. Today is the day we recognize you and your peers for your academic and personal achievements. Awarded scholarships from Casper College are Ethan True DRC, Richardson Scholarship, Jana Leigh Day, Richardson Scholarship, Barbara Wheeler Single Parent Scholarship, and Alfred Person Scholarship. Nadine Ariel Francisco, Visual Arts Activity Scholarship, and Shirley Lee McComley Weaver Scholarship. Cami LaRae Gutermont Collins, Richardson Scholarship. Brooklyn Alice Gunn, Richardson Scholarship. Sean Mach, Richardson Scholarship. Donovan Logan Rains, Visual Arts Activity Scholarship. Diamond Janae Selwyn, Hathaway Provisional Opportunity Scholarship, and a Richardson Scholarship. From the University of Wyoming for Haley Marie Jackson, Gear Up Opportunity Scholarship, Richardson Scholarship, UW Cowboy Grant, and a federal Pell Grant. And from Johnson & Wales University Denver campus, Kyle Robert Walters, Johnson & Wales University Compass Award, and the Johnson WUFBLA Scholarship. Recently, the following students have just qualified for Hathaway Scholarships. Acacia Dove Davies, Provisional Opportunity. Taylor Ray Forster, Provisional Opportunity. Nadine Ariel Francisco, Provisional Opportunity. Haley Marie Jackson, Opportunity. Adam Jeffrey Julian, Provisional Opportunity. Marissa J.Z. McKenzie, Provisional Opportunity. Clay Marion McFlarlin, Provisional Opportunity. Autumn Angel Mercado, Provisional Opportunity. Trinity Jean Miskimmons, Provisional Opportunity. Jorge Moreno Palacios, Provisional Opportunity. Donovan Logan Rains, Provisional Opportunity. And Daisy Hope Tafoya, Provisional Opportunity. Congratulations. 2 2020 seniors will be wearing a BOCES honor cord. This is given to seniors who have earned 12 or more college credits while still in high school. Congratulations to Ethan True DRC and Taylor Ray Forster. Lastly, earning OSHA 10, which is Occupational Safety and Health Training certifications, Timothy Andrew Klingman, Ethan True DRC, Kyler Robert Doyle, Taylor Ray Forster, Cole Taylor Gray, Cora Knapp, Clay Marion McFarlane, Destiny Rose McKenzie, Leilani Bryn McDonald, and Ashton Taylor Palmer. Earning ASE Automotive Service Excellence certifications are Taylor Ray Forster and Adam Jeffrey Julian. Finally, in closing, and we kind of think this is the most important part, it is with great pride that the Roosevelt faculty and staff recognize the following students for their dedication to excellence unwavering focus on their personal development, and determination to pursue their dreams. Most improve Roosevelt seniors, Derek Joseph Dunbar and Nadine Ariello Francisco. Roosevelt High School I Dare You Award, Parker Thomas Phillips and Jessica Lynn Porter. And most outstanding students at Roosevelt High School, Donovan Logan Rains and Brooklyn Alice Gunn. Congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce the recipients of the Paul Ann Danner Doan Right Track Scholarship. This scholarship is designed to help students who have overcome adversities and have hindered their educational success but choose to go to Casper College. It is my pleasure to announce the two newest Thunderbirds. Brooklyn Gunn and Donovan Rains each received a $4,000 scholarship for the 2020 school year.
Congratulations. Okay, we're just about at that place, but who would have imagined on Friday, March 13th, Friday the 13th? Mrs. Kelly's going to write a short story about this, the Friday the 13th that never ended, that we would not be back in our building that Monday morning. That time should have been a celebration for you. We're entering your senior season. We threw you the Corona curveball, and you bounced. So I have to say, if I have to be in this situation with any group of kids, I am so grateful it's you. Because going into this, our biggest fear was that we would lose some of you, that you wouldn't be in front of us and we weren't there to pull your hair and make sure you got it done and we'd lose you. But you proved me wrong. You proved all of us wrong. You showed that you truly have grit. We've talked about grit all the way through. You have grit. You had to knuckle down and do what you needed to do and take control of your own learning, and I am so proud of you. I told you about 3 weeks in, there was no diploma fairy. If you remember that senior meeting, there is no diploma fairy. You know that now, and you don't need one. You earned your paper today. So I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Your resilience, I didn't know you had the resilience you have. And Mr. Zimmer said something to me. He said, we spend so much time worrying about him, and we feel like we pamper you. But when push comes to shove, you got it. You're ready. You don't need us. It's time. Bulldogs, we are so proud of you, so proud of you. Kids born under the cloud of, do you remember what? 9/11. Why would we think you would leave this first leg of your journey under any less testing circumstances? You're strong and you're ready, and we are so proud of you. Congratulations. Board Chair Rita Walsh and members of the Board of Trustees, I am honored to present the class of 2020 and certify that they have met the requirements for graduation.
Well, congratulations. And having been certified by Principal Trujillo as meeting all requirements for graduation by the authority vested in the Board of Trustees of Natrona County School District Number 1, I declare the members of the class of 2020 prepared to receive their diplomas.
Okay, ushers, if you want to get our first kids in place while Mr. Zimmer gets his place set.
Brooklyn Alice Gunn. Cora Lynn Knapp. Faith Nicole Juliet Reeb. Marissa J.C. McKenzie. Destiny Rose McKenzie. Brooklyn Olson. Thanks. Autumn Angel Mercado. Thanks, buddy. Gavin Robert Gunter. Mackenzie Faith Clements. Cami Lorraine Gudermont Collins. Jana Day. Sarita Cruz Robles. Taylin Dawn Nicole Crane. Taylor Ray Forster. Of course, on you. Happens on you, of course. Kyler Robert Doyle. Diamond Janae Selwyn. Derek Joseph Dunbar. Taylor Marie Holden. Trinity Jean Miskimmons. Acacia Dove Davies. Ethan True DRC. Wilson Dylan Watson. Isaac Ray Kennedy. What's that? I know that. Karina Maria Ruiz. Parker Thomas Phillips. Cash money. Cash Corey McKenzie. Adam Jeffrey Julian. Angelina Paige Smith. Jessica Lynn Porter. Haley Marie Jackson. Hi, kiddo. Leilani Brianne McDonald. Abigail Alexis Louise Kiker. Melody Garcia. Jorge Moreno Palacios. Hannah Lynn Anderson. Mackenzie Nicole Coleman Stanko. What's up, buddy? Timothy Andrew Klingman. Donovan Logan Rains. You did. Nope. Nadine Ariel Francisco. Jeremy Damian Bunn. Jaylee Shea Parker. Thanks, buddy. Ashton Taylor Palmer. Marissa Kayla Trito Brown. Elijah William Smethurst. Brecken Wolf Baker. Hey, buddy, how are you? Cole Taylor Gray. Tate M. Buckland. Brianna Rain Pellman. I know. Clay Marion McFarland. Coulter McQuarrie. Daisy Hope Tafoya. Alexis Mache Harris. Kyle Robert Walters. Okay. Are there any other graduates that did not come forward? Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Okay, Mr. Walters. Kyle, would you come forward, please? Where is that Michael Snyder? Michael Snyder, where are you? I asked him to come. He wasn't sure he'd want to walk, but I wanted him to be here to see all of this. Congratulations, Michael Snyder. Rock star? Okay. Kyle, come forward, please. Do you remember what you're going to say? Yes. Okay.
Seniors, can you please get out of your cars one last time? Seniors.
Can you fix? I can't hear it. Try again. Pull it up to your mouth.
What?
Say seniors, will you get out of your car?
Seniors, get out of your cars. Last chance. Okay. Seniors, on my count. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
Good job, 20 families. Congratulations. You did it. You pushed them.